Soccer player, basketball player, artist, YouTuber, Discord moderator to a hot goth blonde e-girl. All these things one could strive for. But this man, he chose different. He chose a different path from potentially most of us. He chose the path of conquest. And he learned from the best, the pump and dump, GG, no re, master, Genghis Khan. Because this man is on a mission, and potentially is still on this mission despite everything. He wants to spread his legacy all over Japan. Literally. So this is the story of a man named Ryuta Watanabe. He's 38. He lives in Japan, Hokkaido, with his free partners in a polygamous relationship that was never officially registered. I believe he did have 4 wives. I don't know why I said free right there. But basically this guy, instead of trying to find the one piece, he's trying to find his next partner. His goal is to have 54 children. And that's a grind set. It is definitely a grind set to go for. But if you have game, you must pay. And he paid too dearly. Because if you can't pay, you shouldn't play. And he played a lot. So, the Japanese man with 4 wives gained attention on social media by sharing his daily life and his unusual family structure, which sparked both curiosity and criticism. However, he recently published a video explaining that the family has officially been dissolved. It's over. He's done. His family is over, and it's for the most biggest reason on why you shouldn't have a family unless you're Richie Rich or Mr. Richie Rich, or you have a 9-inch slong, and it's money, of course. But yes, according to the content creator himself, the problems began due to financial difficulties and differences in lifestyle among the family members. That is bound to happen if you have 4 wives. One of the wives stated that it was no longer possible to continue living that way, indicating the situation had become unsustainable. Watanabe also admitted that he was under emotional pressure and even considered leaving the house. Some men can barely handle 1 wife. I'm not sure what you would want 4, especially these days, but they don't look too good. They don't look too happy. Situation reached a breaking point after a family meeting held late last year, which aimed to discuss ways to improve their income and household stability. After their conversation, the first and third wives decided to leave the home and return to those parents' houses, taking their 4 children with them. As a result, the family model he had promised on social media came to an end. Only the second wife, who has no children, remained by his side. I guess it showed who was loyal and who wasn't, but can you really blame them? Come on, it's already a big family at that point. It's probably a lot of pressure. But the financial crisis appears to have been one of the main reasons behind the collapse. At one point, the Japanese man with 4 wives claimed he earned more than 12 million won per month. I don't know what won is, to be honest, as an influencer, but the situation changed drastically. He revealed that he currently has only about 110,000 yen in his bank account, an amount considered insufficient to maintain his previous lifestyle. I believe that's only how much is that? I think that's only $90, maybe. I'm not sure. Someone correct me on that, but yeah, here's the loving family before, everything went haywire. In addition, he said he spent several days living inside his own car during winter, facing below freezing temperatures without proper conditions. He had to endure extreme cold while dealing with instability on both his financial and personal life. The loss of stability also affected his housing, as he confirmed he will have to leave his current residence. I would assume so. Childcare will not be a fun time. Here he is, living in a car. Even after the family's end, Ryuta Watanabe showed no intention of abandoning his lifestyle. On the contrary, he declared that he has plans to begin what he called Polygamy Chapter 2. This guy wants to continue the bloodline, that's for sure. According to him, there are already plans to hold wives auditions to find women interested in entering a relationship with him. You know, if the 4 times it doesn't work, how about the 7th or 8th time? Maybe it'll work then. But this man is on a mission. He's on a grind set, and he wants to grind. The image below shows the family tree published on his Twitter profile displaying all of his relationships. Here's his first wife, second wife, third wife, and then the 4th wife that wanted to be anonymous. So he has 5 children. I'm not sure what this is. I think this is not sure what this is. Like his other family tree or something. I'm not sure. On the left side, we can see his 4 wives. He lived with 3 of them, but wives 1 and 3, who are the mothers of his children, decided to leave him, while number 2 is still with him, while number 4 lives separately but is still considered his wife. He has no children with wives 2 and 4. At the bottom, we can see his 3 current girlfriends. I guess he has 3 girlfriends already. On the right side, there are other children he has with women identified only by the initial of their names, and the smaller number inside the circle shows each child's age, so I guess the right side is the pump and dump side. Ryuta has previously stated that his goal is to have 53 children to help combat Japan's population decline. So he basically wants Japan to name them after Watanabe. You're going to be calling it Japan Watanabe after this man is done. He's on the grind set even after he lost his wives, 2 out of 4 of them. He still got his 3 girlfriends. He's still on the grind set. Whether or not this man will learn or just keep up the grind set, you know. Maybe we should all inspire to be like him, the Mr. Pump and Dumper, the Genghis Khan 2.0, the Mr. Japan man. But yeah, that's basically it. This guy's on a grind. I know polygamy is like very different in Japan. It's like considered slightly more, I don't want to say, you know, accessible, but it's definitely more accessible, if you know what I mean. But yeah, this man's on a mission. Maybe he'll fulfill his dream. Maybe in 30, 40 years, everybody will have his last name. We'll see, though. But that's about it. Take care.